Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome in, Brew Crew. The CR&E Morning Brew. It is June 12th, 2025. All right, let's see the two left. That's better. Maybe. All right. Apparently, I'm going to have train issues this morning for some reason. My track is just dirty. All right, stand by. No bad nonsense. All right, sorry, guys. We're not going to have trains running. There are not many of them, anyways. Oh, well. They got a mind of their own this morning, apparently. Let's see. We got Floyd. We got Curly. Good morning, guys. Lynn McCurdy. You all guys that kind of popped in last night. There's James. I don't know if you're in here yet. CLL. Good morning. There's James. Morning, Daryl. Yeah, thanks. It's being able to listen while you drive and that. It's cool. Appreciate you listening. Chris, Tennessee River. Good morning. Lyden or Linden. I keep saying her name wrong. I don't know. It's my problem, not yours. Linden. Hello. Welcome. And let's see. Linden. There we go. And Andy. How you doing, Andy? John Schofield. How are you, sir? Everything sounds okay. And I at least temporarily have one train running. I don't know what's going on. Oh boy, Steve. How you doing, buddy? All right. Texted Dave a picture of my birthday. Yeah, I didn't get the picture, Steve. I just was texting you back. Picture of my birthday present. He said his birthday's on the 15th of June. So happy early birthday. It's on Father's Day. There you go. Two Scotrans NS AC44C 6Ms main paint scheme. Oh, cool. Yeah, they just came, or they just they're ready to ship. I think those are pretty cool. If I was more of a Norfolk Southern modeler, I definitely would get a couple of them. But I didn't order any. Hey, Steve, good morning. Couldn't afford to get all three. These people that couldn't afford two, but what can I say? It's sick. Well, like PayPal, you could do that pay in four, or they have like other plans you can do. So I'm not gonna lie, I've done that before when I've had a big order. They divide it into four payments, and you pay it over 8 weeks, a couple months, every 2 weeks. It takes something. You pay the first portion up front, and they take the other three portions. It's worked out for a few things for me. Trying not to get into too big of a habit of it, but I do my best to try to save up for the pre-order while it's under pre-order. So when it gets here, I have it. Let's see here. Pocahontas District Rail Fan. How you doing? Oh, here's some pictures. Oh, you got the black one, and then you got the blue one. Black and blue, and then blue and yellow. Blue and yellow looks almost like CSX. I allow it. I will allow that. So, just trying to get it in the picture, but really, I'm just having issues today. I don't know. They look nice, though, Steve. I won't be able to see it. Kind of, maybe. Steve's birthday presents to himself. Very nice. Very nice, Steve. Happy early birthday. Hello, fellow Steve. Colonel Cottonbell, how you doing, Jason? Listen while working on paperwork. Oh, that sounds so exciting. Wesley, good morning. Dave, Stormy Rails, good morning to you. You can say good morning, everybody. Personally, I'm on the road right now, traveling away. No problem. No problem. We understand. I appreciate you being in and saying hello. Yeah, I'd rather you're not getting in an accident because you're texting hello to everybody. Just keep saying hi to everyone, or we just saying hi. Yeah, this is Thursday morning, gateway to the weekend. Yeah. Me? Nah. But I was doing some work here. I got a little dust going around. Hey, Ronald. So, I don't know. I have these two Amtrak after in Genesis, and then was running them around most of the morning. Now they're acting all funny. Actually, I ran the track cleaner with them. Now they're acting all funny. So I finally got those Amtrak cars to run. I think we talked about this last week, maybe. I was able to order a box of them up to like eBay or something. Somewhere I got them. Up in a box in the business. Box don't want to open right. I think they want to can't figure out how to open a box right. There's a whole box of these quarter-ounce weights. So I was weighing out those cars. There's like a whole box. I don't know how many's in there. 240 pieces, 30 strips, 60 ounces. I don't remember what I paid for it. I'm going to say around $30 for shipping. I can't remember if I got them off Amazon or eBay. These are those the Walters main line, nothing fancy, but light, man, very light. They're 12 inches long, so what's that? Roughly needs to be 7 ounces. It's 1 ounce to start, and it's a half ounce per inch, if I'm not mistaken. So these were out of the box around 5 to 6 ounces, somewhere in that range. Very light. So now they're all close to 7 as I could get them. I didn't want to go under 7 because I'd rather them be a little bit heavy because I only have like 7 of them. So I'm only running a short train anyway. So I figured not that big a deal if they're a little bit heavy. So I went like, most of them are like 7.2, 7.3, 7.1. I didn't want them to be under 7. But anyways, and they're running good. Then I had to do some adjusting on a couple of them on the wheels. They were catching. See, these mainline had truck-mounted couplers originally, so I bought those kits to take the truck mount, cut the truck mounts off, and there's a kit that you can put them as you're not gonna be able to see it, the body-mounted ones. It'll focus. There's a whole kit, and then I got them for a great price. I mean, these were, when I picked these up a couple years ago, they were 20, I don't know, $22 or something like that, $25 maybe a piece. It wasn't too bad. The extra little kit was about $10 per car. So, I didn't think it was terrible. But then I was having nothing but trouble with them. I couldn't get them to run, especially after I switched them to the body mount. So, but they've been running fine. And it was just a kind of wait and everything. Change your damn name again, Thomas. I mean, nuts, man. Thank you, the bus driver. Anyways, that's what I was messing with this week. Got that done. And like I said, I don't want my locomotives were running all weird. Check that out. Hey, there's Anthony. Good morning, Anthony. We're just something up. Yeah, we get basically a lot of the same crew every week. It's really nice. Did a few newbies here and there. Always appreciate, but it's nice to visit with my buddies Thursday mornings. Some of you guys have met, some of you guys have not met, but oh yeah, I got the pictures, Steve. Obviously, I'm behind. Shocker. Here, you ordered some of those? I think you like them folks on there. I don't take any of that. Any medicines so far, not kind of wood. Coffee, yes. Amlodipine or anything else, no. So Tylenol if I need it. So far, so good. Hey, Monsville. How we doing? Lee, Mansfield Railroad. Here, get a little caught up. Ready for bed there, 11:10. I see Artie's over there in Germany, and so we just posted something from Germany last night. Hamburg, I think. And he ended up meeting up with Anthony Dodge and his wife. I think her name was, is it Joyce? Joyce, I think. And they ended up hanging out. I think Anthony and Joyce go there over to Germany at least once a year in the summer. It's their second home. Well, that's okay. Enjoy your sleep. Appreciate you popping in. So like getting those little folks in the units, but they're getting pretty expensive. Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, I'm not. This is the only political thing I'm going to say. If you want to consider it that, I heard yesterday or day before that they supposedly finalized the tariff deal with China, where I think we're going to pay 10%, they're going to pay 55% on our goods. So I'm interested to see all of these companies, this coalition, decides to react to this. If they're going to keep the prices jacked up because of the tariff, or if they're going to actually bring it back down to what we agreed to pay when we pre-ordered this stuff. So I guess we'll find out. And that's it. End of that. No more of that. Only because you were talking money with the Canadian dollar and with that statement there. Whereas I said that, but I did hear that. So we'll see what happens. You get that? That's Crimson. That one's cool. I have a shorts video out there, and I think it was the black one and the blue one. Video. I actually wouldn't have minded getting those, just because it's something unique, Dude, the new what is that, Delaware and Hudson that they just came out with, and that's just painted up, is so cool, man. Again, I'm a CSX guy. I do appreciate that they're doing heritage units, but I really do wish they would have done them like Norfolk Southern did. I'll take what I can get, but I think they kind of dropped the ball. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I guess that just came out of the shops this last week. So, here I sent you pictures of my late birthday present. Okay. Rapido for $330. Well, Rapido is a Canadian company, right? So you're not paying like shipping and all that other stuff from the United States too. I don't think Scout Trains I don't think they have any vendors in Canada, which is a total mistake. I don't know why they won't do that. Man, they're missing a whole market up there. Scout Trains, I guess I said that. Marks 994s are rare. They have an electric motor. The other marks are wind-ups. Okay? Put the word on that. Hey, Forever DC. Board. Just repeat the Amtrak cars last night. I got a small box out in the garage. Actually, what I did was I zip tied a bunch of them together because I needed some weights for a couple of the porch signs my wife puts out for Christmas and the fall holidays and that. But they have that weird TP kind of base, and I needed something to sit on that base to keep them from blowing over. So, all right, Monsville. Good night, buddy. Thanks for coming in. My name. A lot of people say the station name sounds weird. I don't know. I wish you would just pick a name and stick with it, man. You confuse everybody. We're all used to it now. I mean, So, Steve, are you joking? Those blood pressure meds, man. For those that don't. Morning, James. Well, it can turn into politics when you start talking about it, and some people take it as politics. But my only thing with that, I was going to tell you more about it, is I'm interested to see if they all make a big video now, like they did when they were crying about it, saying how, okay, it's all better now. We can not charge you all that extra money we were going to charge you, for the tariffs. I just saw a thing come up on my memory or whatever, not memory, but it was on YouTube. A video came out. It was from 5 years ago. How the tariffs are going to affect the toy train industry. So 5 years ago, I said this before, 5 years ago when this was potentially going to happen, they could have started doing something then. Damn it. Nope. All right. Please, stop it. So used market is going to get more expensive as cheapskates. I mean, oh, of course. Of course. 2 cents worth of all these companies would look into bringing the manufacturing back to the States. Tariffs will no longer be an issue. I'm sure higher wages would be, though. I mean, I'm sure there's programs, if you will, to help bring these back to the States. And, money for the startup fees and costs and bringing your all your molds and everything like that. And, I mean, they own the molds. Whether China will let them come out of China or not, I don't know. But I mean, I think these companies own the molds or the dyes, whatever the hell they're called, to make these things. Again, I don't know. I really don't want to talk about tariffs. I just brought it up because that comment. They do sell up there at that. That's what James or Mike or somebody was saying they don't sell trains up there. Because I'm surprised if they do. I'm surprised that Arter Valley won't sell. For scale trains, I don't think gives any discounts like to the retail. They price it how they price it, and that's about it. My friends got service centers in Canada. Well, then you have to buy Canadian made, or well, it'd probably be the same thing here. I mean, in the long run, it'd probably be cheaper to make them here than to make them over there. I don't know. Yeah, because you guys keep talking about stuff I don't want to talk about. Why do you spell that so funny? Labor. 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 I don't think we don't use a U in it. I don't think. I think it's LABOR. Am I just stupid and I don't know how to spell? Be that French Canadian thing. Yeah, actually, I have a couple of the GP39s. Rapido supposed to be coming out with. It'll be my first Rapidos, and I don't know when they'll actually come out. People say it takes them forever to put anything on the market, even when they have it for pre-order. So we'll see. Hey, Curly, there you are. But oh, did we lose the stream? I didn't notice anything on my end. Same as color. It must be like a Canadian. It looks like it'd be like kind of like a French influence because I did take like 6 years of French in high school. Don't ask me to speak any French now, but 6 years because like 7th and 8th grade was considered like French 1, like half and half the years. And then I took 4 years of high school French. Well, 3.5 kind of got kicked out in the fourth end of the fourth year. Long story. Guidance counselor kind of begged me and my buddy, who were constant disruptors of the class, to kindly take another study hall. We have plenty of credits to graduate. We don't need any more language credits. So please, I will give you another study hall in place of class. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, long story, but isn't always the mild-mannered guy that you guys know and love today. He was kind of a dummy in school. Nice clown. Expensive new factors and tooling is tax deductible under the Better Business Bureau. What that means, or maybe they stand for something else. It's not as expensive as one may think to move manufacturing back to the U.S. Many other industries are. Well, that's what I'm saying. There's got to be tax deductions, tax credits, incentives. Plus, you won't pay any tariffs because everything's here. You know, and I think that's the whole goal of this because it's not just about toys. There's a lot of national defense things that we're dependent on, computer chips and all those other types of things that are not made here that we need to really make here because they can shut that down at any time, and then we're kind of screwed. Stuff for like the grid, stuff for defense, a lot of things that we don't make here anymore. That it actually kind of bite us in the ass, to be honest. Aluminum, or however they say it, instead of aluminum. Hi, Dave. When did you sneak in here? No, I'm not trying to not. It just busting chops, that's all. Because we don't spell it that way. It's a British spelling. I'm sure I'll have to get used to that with my daughter moving to London. I guess she should be there in about a month. She'll actually be there. The 7th, the 6th, we're driving up to Toronto to take her up because they're going to fly out of Toronto, I guess. Because her friend lives in Collingsworth. Her family's from Collingsworth. Collingswood. Collingswood? Yeah, Collingswood. So she's actually leaving at the end of June to move her stuff back up to the family home. And then Erin, my daughter's going to meet her up there. And I'm going to fly out of Toronto. So, anyhow, I told her, you come home talking all that funny British accent, you're out. Kicking you out of here. People talk funny. Of course, I'm just busting her chops. It's going to be a great experience for her, man. Yeah, aluminium. Just like decals. Oh, decals. There was that one guy. What the hell was his name? JT something. Was it JT? He's a weathering guy. I haven't seen anything from him in a long time. Somebody who's from Canada does amazing work, but he always says decals. Maybe we pronounce it wrong. I have no idea, but I've never once pronounced decals. It was decals. Still trying off for 7 years. Look, 6 months. We don't really need any more diesels, but new trains. I mean, do we really need any more stuff? I think we all pretty much have way more than what we need. Don't tell my wife, Anthony. But, need, want, I'll tell you, I bought that, it was on sale too, and it was that, I'll show you, it was that GP, no, was it GP40, GP38? There's and just Athearn, not Athearn Genesis, just Athearn. So the details were a little less. Although thanks to Jim Tedesco, I was able to print out some. He found me a file for the MU hoses, so I was able to print those out, paint them, and do those on. Those worked out pretty nice. Give me a little bit of extra detail. Not much, but still. I had to add the decoder and everything, but I already had the speaker. It was like $143. DCC ready, and it was silent. Is that what they call silent? Speakers in there, but it's not hooked up. So that was all there. So got a great deal on the decoder through the Train Free or Colonel Cottonmouth. And thing runs great. Runs great. And then I added a couple capacitors into it. So a little bit of a keep alive. I have room. I probably could actually put a keep alive. There's really no cab details or anything in there. So if you really wanted to, you could black out the windows and put one of those current keepers in. Like instead of using the long flat one in that one, I would probably go with the one that's more like a square. I really wish that they would find a way to make them smaller. The TCS decoders are current keep alives. I think it's TCS, and they're pretty small. Way smaller than the current keepers from soundtracks. I gotta really pronounce this stuff. What the hell is that? Bauxite? Yeah. And there's the dogs. The morale suppression thing. Got nothing to do with it. It's true. It's very true. It's more G scale. One of these days. This kind of garden railroad, maybe. And it's just more gardening I have to tend to. You know what I mean? So it's kind of one of those deals where, hey, Mike, keep on railroad. How you doing, buddy? Hey, Big G. Good morning. So, yeah, I know. I'm just trying to get used to the time, but it's still trade free copies. 10% discount. Go to installs and track planning. Use Crooked Savings in the email. Well, good morning or whatever it is there. Hi. Afternoon, probably. What are you, sir? Good to see you. Is that what you guys, that's the name for aluminum? Oh, yeah. Hi to Holly as well. All right, James. Have a good day, buddy. Thanks for popping in, man. If I didn't make you mad, I was making fun of the way you spell. James got thick skin. He don't get mad over nothing like that. Good guy. He had a good update. About a week ago, maybe? Good update video. I'm so overdue on an update, guys. It's not even funny. So, guess I'll get one up eventually. Kyle also had a nice update of what's yesterday, I think. A little bit of an expansion going on there, eh, Kyle? That'd be nice. Do you have enough room in that garage instead of it being basically like just a circle, right? Basically, what you got. Do you have room to come up with a peninsula or something? You know, I don't know. I don't know the dimensions. I don't remember what the dimensions are. Yeah. No, but just I like to put them in. Sometimes, like in the yards, you get to some of the turnouts because I use insole frogs. I don't like power my frogs or anything. So some of these will get a little bit, like especially the shorter locomotives, the 4 axles will give me a little more trouble. But I don't necessarily need it. Like the scale train stuff already has them in there, so there's usually no issue with them guys. My peeve of mine has always been with Genesis. They charge as much, if not more, than the scale train stuff, and there's no keep alive in it. And them damn plastic couplers. Bitch about those forever. What we do? I ain't smart. Really ain't smart. Okay, Andy. Have a great day. Well, in all honesty, Kyle, I mean, if you really were serious about wanting to do something like that, I know Jason could probably work something. But yeah, very reasonable price wise. And, hey, Joe, might just be a little more interesting, I don't know. For you. I mean, to me, it would get a little bit old just running in circles. But I guess if you have scenery set up where you're kind of coming in and out of it so you don't feel like you're running in a circle, we're basically all running in circles, just depending on how many other turns and stuff we have in there. Coffee's going. Got 2 acres of grass to cut. Quick shot. Sparky meat and greet. Yeah. Pretty good. This is my stop. All right. You take care, man. Yeah, I unfortunately won't be able to go to the meet and greet because of the aforementioned daughter moving to London and the trip that's going to ensue because of that. So I'm excited to go over there. I'm kind of disappointed. I really wanted to go to the meet and greet. Just don't think I'll have the funds for both. Honestly, I don't know what it's really going to cost me to go over to London. So I want to make sure I have plenty of funds for that, being it's maybe my first trip ever going to Europe. I don't want to nickel and dime everything to death. I didn't save up enough money for that trip. I have a feeling it won't be my first trip over. Oh, she's living there. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. It's not no, it's not planned out yet, but like I said, she's moving there for a job. My daughter is to England. Um, she works with me in the PACU. She's a PACU nurse, a recovery room nurse, and her friend who works with me also. They're best friends, and they had 2 positions open in London, and they applied and got them. So away they go. So yeah, it was unexpected. It just kind of came out of nowhere, like end of February. She ran into the recruiter who we grew up with. The kids, my kids grew up with her kids. She's the international recruiter for the Cleveland Clinic. Yep, Colonel Freak. So, long story short, she applied, got the job. Her friend applied, got the other job, and now they're about to go there. They put them up in room and board. I don't know. Her friend has family in London. She's originally from Serbia, lives in Canada now. She's actually a Canadian citizen working here on a visa. So it's been a whole thing, man, getting a visa and all kinds of stuff. It's been quick, and the clinic's helping them get everything and work through it all, doing all the steps they need to do, but it's still a lot of stuff. Yeah. There's a link for the meet and greet. Go watch the videos on it because there's information on the hotels, and there's a dinner train. It should be a really fun day. Like I said, I'm excited to go there, but I was really excited to go up to Canada and go meet and greet up there finally. He's come down here so many times. It was nice to be able to have one up there. I know everybody doesn't have a passport and that, but going to an op session this weekend or a small group of us that we rotate around. Well, that'd be fun. That would be really fun. I wish I had people closer to me that I could do that with. Until I live here on my own, I have to keep parents happy, so I can't go any longer. And quite honestly, I can't go much wider than what I'm doing. It would be blocked. Yeah. Okay. We're looking at it this way. At least you are able to put something up, and you're able to run all those cool trains, all that chassis stuff you have. I'm really looking forward to seeing if you get that Greenbrier running. They're restoring that, right? Like the full restoration where it'll be running again up at Strasbourg. I think they're restoring it up there. Yeah, and that's fine. I'm just curious to see if there's a different way to set things up, just to make it, look a little more, have a little more interest. Okay, Lee. Talk to you later, buddy. This weekend, one of the guys has a YouTube channel, Joe Musker. I think I've watched Joe. Joe's not the midnight operator guy, right? That's not the same Joe, is it? Subscribe to Joe. Is that the name of his channel, Joe Musgrove? I'm going Joe Musgrove's a baseball player. Astros or something. That's not the name of his channel, Lisa. Yeah, I'm just getting the baseball player. No, let's keep looking at this. Yeah, very true. Yeah, not too far. There's the channel. Joe Musgrove. Joseph. That's well. Let's do this the old-fashioned. Okay, I'm subscribed to him. Not the guy I thought it was, but Missouri Pacific stuff on his channel. Looks like. I was thinking of painting a brick building. I might as well watch that. All right. Well, that's cool. I'll check them out. See, wife has a sixth sense that tells her when I'm doing something fun and we can't have that. So, yeah, man, it's my body double. I found it. Yeah. I would love to see. I would love to go there. Well, it's that really cool little layout there. Well, you got. Well, you guys. Well, you have a place in West Virginia or something too, don't you? Yeah. Damn it. Like I said, I really. That's one of the biggest things I like about it. Ain't even the activities. It's just the people because it's cool to meet up with guys. And, you know, we talk on this all the time, watch each other's stuff and all that stuff. And there you go. Keeping busy, right? Buying locomotives. You got nothing to run them on. Oh, did you scope some places out after moving the daughter on the way back from Florida? We're going to have a layout teardown party at Anthony's at some point, and then a rebuild when he gets set up in Georgia. So, hey, Bud Files, good morning. Looks like, hey, from Colorado, this guy looks like little symbols there. And they get into this nice 7-acre property. It's a brick ranch with a very small single attached garage that will probably become an office, man cave for my model railroad and aquarium. Or 7 acres, you could build a nice outbuilding all that stuff too. Where is the property at? Is it out there by you in Ohio, or is it somewhere somewhere else? Look at that, Curly, a member for 20 months. Look at that. Happy birthday, Dave. You're like 6 months late, but thanks. If you're talking to me. Yeah. Good lovely out there in that party. Well, I mean, depending when you do it, you let me know in advance. You know me, I'll try to get the time off to come down. We probably have to spend like the first bit of time having the farewell, final run section type part of the party, At Lawrence County, Southern Ohio. Is Lawrence, is that more near like southeastern, like more near Athens, that way? You got my handy dandy computer here. I'll look it up. Maybe. I'll find it on a map. Oh, wow, that's way down. That's down by like Portsmouth and that. Wow. Is that right down like 7? Is that 77 right there by Marriott or Marietta? Oh, that's not. That's more than Portsmouth. That's down in the way down in the point. It's really nice town. A lot of mountains and everything. Not all over to play. East of Portsmouth. Okay. I don't really have an extra. I have this one, and then I have the power cab I actually use on my test track because that's still got the plug in. And I got the little cab. That's all you need is a little cab 6. Oh, these little guys. You don't need a whole power cab. And mine's all radio controlled too, so whatever you want to call it. Which makes it really nice. You have to plug in and out of anything. Ironton. Well, there you go. Well, there you go, Joe. Hey, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. So I've been using the Chat GPT come up with designs for signage for like these buildings and stuff like that. Well, that's cool. Well, good luck. I hope you guys get that. It'll be nice. Meet and greet at Steve's house. Layout building party right after we get done with Anthony's. Like the Amish, we'll just go around. Be the model train Amish. Barn raising, layout raising. John Train, BFGR. Good morning. So what do you guys use to print out signs? Like what program? So say if I want to like I used to have Word on this computer. Now I guess it was something that we were paying for, and we don't have it anymore. We're not paying for it. I don't know the whole story. My wife said it was something that through her job they were paying for, so that's why we had it on the computer. Now we don't. I don't know the whole deal. I barely know how to turn the damn thing on. Was fishing at Steve's and a good fish fry, hopefully. Um, so I want to know, like, do you guys use a certain program and you would, like, I used to put things into Word. It wasn't the most ideal, but I was able to shrink it down and, get dimensions and use it to print out signs and stuff for the railroad. I would use that for all of my decals. I'm hoping to lose all that shit. I'll be pissed. Like my decals for my Cook River and Eastern logo. Use Canva to design signage. Is Canva a free program or not? And it's fine if it's not. I don't want to pay a fortune. It says where PowerPoint. Well, it's funny because like the ChatGPT came up with the sign already. I just need to kind of scale it down. But I'm fine with doing that too, making my own signs. That's actually, they were kind of a pain in the neck to make my own stuff. And what do you call it? Word. It was kind of a pain. Extras. Version of Photoshop. I don't think I've ever used any of that. Yeah, man. I don't know how to use any of that. You just go on and like upload PowerPoint or upload Canva or whatever to your computer, and I think I had Canva on my phone. I know Chris, Tennessee River, has said that he uses Canva. I don't know how to use like PowerPoint or Photoshop and those. Okay, I haven't tried it yet. Homer's, donuts, and blue ball. Lanes. That's funny. And a ridiculously powerful photo editing program that's run on a video editing suite. Now, if I could just figure out how to use it, yeah. So design the image in Canva, then I will open on Word and resize different sizes till I get what I like. Well, see, that's the problem. I don't have Word anymore, and I don't know why I don't have Word anymore. I thought it came with the computer, but no, because I had Word, and now it tells me that the subscription is, I don't know, no good anymore. I asked the wife about it, but she was too busy to come and help me. Google Docs. Is that already in the computer? I don't know how to find all this shit. But like I have, well, GPT's come up with some pretty cool designs for me. Like a Frank's truck repair from the repair shop, But I had to sign that, like, scale that way down, to fit on the building, obviously. Still need cement. I mean, I could literally size that down and print it out. Head scrap. Scrap the crap. And it's so easy. You just like, who the heck? Wyoming Western? Somebody had a whole video on it I watched. He's got a good channel too. But finding it took me hours because just well. Microsoft Word that I use is old, like early 2000s. Office, that's it. Thanks. So I got behind again. Man, try that. Word. Oxford is free. Went to Office 365, which you need a subscription. I think that's what it was, to be honest, because it was through her company, and then her company did away with it. So anything free we were getting through the job, because she works from home and they pay, for some of the internet and all that stuff for the programs that they use. So we're able to use some of that. I just jumped on the subscription bandwagon. I hate it. You just want the basic programs. Don't need a dang subscription. Yeah, well, like some of these signs like I just showed you, they're already basically designed. I just need to be able to shrink them down on something so I can print them. You know what I mean? And I used to put them into Word. I'd pull them in, like my email or whatever, and then I would be able to size them and print them. I have to pay for the Microsoft Suite DoD provided. Yeah. But I mean, it's I'm trying all the DoD stuff for all I have that. So, anyways, man, I'll try. Well, can you size things down with Canva and that, Jason? Or that's what I mean. I don't know what to go with. I need something that's going to be simple. I'm not very smart with any of this shit, so I need it to be very simple to use. And I don't even mind paying for like Word as long as it isn't crazy. I don't, because I understand it enough, to use it. For what I need it for. I'm not getting all fancy. I'm just looking to downsize things. They have uploaded signage like stop signs and all kinds of signs you can find an image for. As long as you can get a clean image of it, and then you can downsize it and print it out, And I've done a lot of that with Word. Google Docs. How do I find Google Docs? I don't know if it's actually on my computer or do I have to go? How do you? I guess I'd have to search Google Docs. It should be on my computer, all right? Hey, Johnny. What's happening, buddy? There's Microsoft computer. Now, account Proton, that is what is linked to my YouTube account. So far, it has worked as advertised. Now, some spam email 9 months. Oh, no shit. Docs. Every time I open something in Google, I got to sign into my damn account. Yeah. I'll figure something out, I guess. Google Docs is under the Google Docs under the Google search page if you're logged into your Google account. And then what the hell my Google account is. Ah, too many passwords. So on my phone, I'm able to get to it pretty easily. I don't know how to get to it on my computer, though. This just takes me to my mail. All right, Jason. Oh, no joke. I can't remember what I was talking about the other day. Shoot, what was it? We might have been talking on here even. I don't know what it was. I had emails. And I don't have like Siri and that Cardano on my phone. So, I mean, I don't know that matters. Androids do it too. Yeah, you're not wrong, Joe. Yeah, everything was in the name of our safety, right? All those traffic cameras and all those, CCTV or whatever they call them, cameras, all these businesses. I mean, they have some good use to them as well, but it's like, it's everywhere. Yeah. That AI stuff scares me, even though I'm using this GPT thing, which is kind of cool. Like I said, that's what I'm saying. There's some cool things with it that could be for good. But I'm waiting for the damn Terminator robot war to start. you know, yeah, we don't have any of that Alexis or any of that shit. Yeah. So, anyways, guys, I think I'm going to cut out of here. I will definitely end with you, Jason. Thanks for the tips and other um, programs to use. I just would like to try to mess around. The problem with that stuff is that you spend all day messing around with that stuff. well, I'm going to quickly print out a sign, something to make a sign out of, and the next thing you know, it's hours later, Even like I said, these are already designed. It's not like I even have to design them. A lot of times I would just pull up an image of a sign and be able to print that out, like a stop sign, a road sign, like like the one update video I did where I showed like the low clearance sign on the bridge and the little diamond sign that said 12'6". I 3D printed the actual sign, and then I, like the post with the sign, painted it silver, and then was able to print out the little diamond sign that said 12'6" and low clearance, whatever, and just glued it on there. And that was just paper. I mean, you could use other stuff, cardstock or like photo paper and stuff like that. Yeah. Surveillance. Yeah. All right, guys. I guess we'll figure something out. Jason, give me a text or something when you think you may have some time to mess with that. Today, tomorrow, something. All right, guys. Hey, have a happy Father's Day this weekend to all the fathers. Steve also, happy birthday, Cowboy Steve, is on the 15th. And great, great time. Always happy to do this show on Thursday. We look forward to it. Looks up next week is I'll be Robert next week on the 17th on Tuesday. I'll be on the 24th. And yeah, so I'll see you guys next Thursday, 19th. Not that I'm doing anything. So have a great weekend. Hey, Thomas Grassy, how you doing, buddy? Getting ready to bounce, as Steve was saying. And yeah, have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day and all that fun stuff. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.